and I shifted from the sports world and the big game to the big story. Prime Minister on stage with our Honorable President Donald J. Trump, The Art of the Deal. He wrote the book, so hopefully this is just part of the deal. What do my wondering ears hear, and what do I read in the PG? He says that they, meaning Nippon, will not buy the Icon U.S. deal, but invest heavily in it. And he said that's pretty exciting. To coin a phrase from that legendary movie, show me the money. Show me the money. Mr. President, I am a fan. You are my commander-in-chief. You understand business much more than I ever will. You've got the Wharton School of Business degree in your hip pocket, and you have been wheeling and dealing your whole life and have done epic deals. But you also have been part of the global economy, and you continue as a president of the United States, bringing foreign money in by the billions to invest in this country. This, in my opinion, is the same thing. There are no national security issues here whatsoever. They're our ally. They are our friend. Japan knows the steel industry. They run a good shop. They've got great productivity, great workers, pristine plants, and their work ethic and business acumen is second to none. So show me the money. Is it going to be the billions that we have been promised for the Mon Valley? Not that I do not care about the rest of the country, from Arkansas to Gary, Indiana. I do, wherever that footprint is of the icon that is U.S. Steel. But home is where the heart is. Charity begins at home. You got to take care of your backyard first. I have met with the people of the Mon Valley. I have talked to some incredible mayors who are as worried as I am that somehow, some way, this opportunity of billions with a B coming to the region may be sliding away. I don't know the thought process. I don't have that many brain cells, but I know what it takes to feed a family. And those paychecks will do just that. So let me continue. The worker who begins a job at U.S. Steel in the $80,000 range, which I have said, if there was such a thing as middle-class jobs, working-class jobs that are so desperately needed in America, that's what you pretty much need to be able to take care of a family. Roof over the head, food on the table, a vehicle that will get you from point A to point B, health care, pension, and to invest in your future. And to be able to be a tax-paying citizen, putting back on Main Street much-needed dollars to help replenish the community you call home. And that's what this is about, Mr. President. It's about show me the money that's going to come to the Mon Valley to get a bucket of paint put back where it needs to be. Some of these houses that should have been demolished years ago that have been sitting empty for generations, gone. Fresh, new lumber, homes being built, people moving in, numbers going up each and every census as opposed to going down. Giving the tax dollars that are needed for the people in Clairton, West Mifflin, East Pittsburgh, Turtle Creek, Swissvale, and it goes on and on and on. They need the resources. Police officers have to make a good wage. You have to have solid fire departments. You have to be able to remove snow, take care of the streets that you call home, celebrate the holidays with the people that you live in that community with, and embrace places to worship that can survive and leave the lights on because you have populations that are going up. So many things, not to mention billions. Show me the money. If you do believe in the building trades, the carpenters, the electricians, the plumbers, men and women with the tool belt going out on days like today when others are still sleeping until the sun comes up to swing that hammer and to build a better future. And this not remodel, but rebuild that we're talking about is going to bring billions that will create paychecks for those who are becoming carpenters, electricians, and plumbers now for multiple years ahead. It didn't take us 50, 60, 80 to 100 years to get to this point at Edgar Thompson. But it needs more than a few light bulbs changed and a fresh coat of paint. It needs a rebuild, which will take billions with a B. And we have the workforce, and we're asking those who want to become a great member of the building trades to build a better future for their family. We want to have jobs for them. So I don't know how you're going to pull this off. Maybe there's more to it than meets the eye. You were also talking about automobile makers from Japan coming here and building vehicles. That's great. But, Toyota and them, they do that now. That's why that global economy, that money works. They know how to make it work in that great country of Japan. Mr. President, all I'm saying is they know steel. Right now, I believe they're number 4 worldwide. This deal makes them number 3, a partnership with U.S. Steel. And remember, their U.S. headquarters from Houston investing in Pittsburgh coming here. Every worker gets a $5,000 bump in pay bonus check. Mr. President, that's more than walking around money for these hard-working men and women. It'll go a long way to give them necessary things that they need for their family. But more importantly, that money will come right back to this community because they'll be cashing those checks at banks here, going to grocery stores here, buying things for their family here, and maybe even a little rebuild when it comes to the place they call home when they're not at U.S. Steel. I cannot believe, with all due respect, Mr. President, that this is really taking so long to get done. It's nothing more than another global corporate entity investing in our workers and in our resources and our community and our country because they believe in us and they believe this partnership can be a good deal for both sides. They've got the deep pockets. They've got the reputation. They're a strong ally. So show me the money. The American people deserve to see the deal in black and white. Right in front of us. Somebody explaining, even if you have to have a fireside chat with the Prime Minister of Japan and the heads of U.S. Steel and Nippon Steel. Must see TV, must listen to radio, social media, go live, whatever. We, the hardworking people of Western Pennsylvania who still have steel running through our veins, we deserve to know. We should not be kept under wraps about this so-called investment. It cannot, as I said in the very beginning, be a remodel. This has to be a rebuild. A remodel just gives you a little shelf life. A rebuild gives you a life. So, Mr. President, as I am very curious, I'm impressed that you're at least talking, bringing people in. Mr. Pratte, Prime Minister of Japan, you're letting the American people know about this deal. You're saying great things about U.S. Steel. I love it all. But I'll say it again. Show me the money. Show me the money. This has to be a rebuild, not a remodel. There is so much at stake. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back on the other side. But before we do, when the weather turns bad, turn to KDKRadio.com for up-to-the-minute news, weather, and traffic information from the KDK Radio Storm Center. Brought to you by ServiceMaster of Greater Pittsburgh. Demand the yellow van and Butler Transit Authority only on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDK. It's your Pratt Pack. Good morning.